My name's Ingrid Griffiths and I currently course lead on sports management. The course mainly focuses on looking at management theories but putting them in a very sport and indeed leisure context. So for example, if students wanted to go into other areas of management, they would still have the key skills looking things at human resource management, finance, that they can take those skills and knowledge with them into other sectors that are related to sport and leisure also. From the feedback we get from students is that there is that variety, that's not just sitting behind a classroom. There is a perception that management could be seen as being boring. But because we use a variety of teaching methods, scenarios, facilities, it enriches the students' experience. And I think because we are very friendly, young at heart staff, that students find us very approachable. The uniqueness is that we have a variety on our doorstep. We can provide facilities for students that will be within the classroom, in a very high standard environment of a sports arena or a sports track, to a facility that is in the outdoors. So that's a very unique from definitely urban to more rural areas, looking at sport and leisure management. They relate because they are real environments. Those that can't be sort of real in its entirety, we can simulate that environment within the facilities at university. So they do encompass the realness of the environment students are going to. In terms of the support for infrastructure, within the university itself, they have the key, central and core supportive networks. But within the school and the course itself is that we also have supportive environments where we will listen to students. We have student liaison officers. We can provide a tutorial, so students have a personal tutor as well as a course leader. They will have other people they can turn to help. The support, I think, is that although there seems to be a large number of students, the support we give is very individualised and very one-on-one. But also it does range from that personal interactivity that the students may want to developing them professionally. So there's the additional support. We're thinking of you in the future, so you may want to think about doing these additionally with our help and support. From day one, when the students come in after the joys of Freshers Week, we do get them down to sit and think, even before they come to university, is this the right course for you? Where is it you want to go? What is it you want to do? We are then, in the first year, support them all the way through at looking at their personal development, where they need to take their course, because they can choose certain elements to make it individual to them, make it very specific to their career goals. So we need to liaison work with the student in year one to say, look, what do you want? Where do you want to go? If that's not an option, what other alternatives have you got in mind that you want to do? So in terms of careers in the future, they're constantly reminded that this is the beginning and this is just the start. The core skills are developed right across and quite in depth within the course. One of the key things we like students to exit the degree with is the self-motivation, that they are key drivers of their own destiny of what they want to do, that they can work as an effective member of a team, so they know how to work within teams, whether they are put together in teams or choose the teams. They have the skills to adapt to different scenarios. Independence. We have an ethos of the course that students may come to us a little bit dependent on tutors for their learning, but by year 3 they should be very independent of their own learning and their own motivation in terms of what they want. In terms of employability, additionally, are applied assessments to real-life scenarios for employers or consultants, is that students work on specific problems that are out there already in the industry. So it gives them that first-hand experience of what they're likely to encounter and how would they sort them out. I think we like to nurture the uniqueness, particularly with students that have that drive and the vision, the ambition to realise their own dreams of setting up their own business. We have very specific modules that look at enterprise development. So it's a full module where students can work up and develop their ideas. It also gives them the skills and the confidence to help them think, yes, I can get this business off the ground. At the same time, we do a careers development module that also helps facilitate and nurture the development of those ideas that they want to do. Within the sports management course, students, if they want to, can take a sandwich year out. And we do encourage them to go further afield than the UK to experience different ways of working, different methods, different cultures, and to have that experience in a very supportive environment, that the university is still there and we can still help them. So yes, we encourage them to go out. If they don't go out, we still have an ethos throughout the course, is that we do look at very specific issues in terms of globalisation. So wherever possible, we look at it at an international context. Now that may be getting guest speakers in from international arenas, or just looking at different methods of working internationally. The opportunities are there if students want to grab them. The sports management course is designed that students can either go straight out into industry, can do a traditional dissertation if they want to do further educational study, whether they want to do a master's, or in some cases if students want to and feel the drive to go on to do a PhD. So we do support those environments and offer a route for whichever course that they want to take. Students that exit the course, that's the point when we get to hear about how fulfilling really the course was and how it's met their needs, is that these students are then invited back, not only as guest speakers, but to help other students perhaps confirm where they want to go, what drives their ambition and determination. Is it worthwhile choosing this module, etc., etc., etc. So we use the students in a variety of roles, whether it's consultancy work and actually do some research work for the university, or whether it's an input into the course, whether it be through talking to students or actually doing some sort of workshops with students. Because I participate in sport anyway, and having worked in the industry developing sport and leisure opportunities, I felt that having a break from the industry, the way I could make a difference would be coming back into education and giving the students some of my experience being out in the industry and also the knowledge, but also that it's a very rewarding and enriching environment to be in terms of sport and leisure. The subject area is, it's a very challenging environment to be in, but it's one that's very rewarding, is that any well-managed environments provide opportunities that can enrich people's lives, provide opportunities that may not have previously experienced. And well-managed arenas, as we know, provide ongoing success. For example, hosting the Olympics. If there wasn't a well-managed infrastructure in place, it's unlikely that we would have got the bid successfully. So it's making sure that we can maintain and sustain those standards. In terms of a very forward-thinking university, has the students still very much at heart. The students are central within the higher educational infrastructure within UCLan. It's a very supportive environment, that the opportunities for students to engage in social activities, further study, other clubs and activities and societies, and the fact that we have fantastic facilities on our doorstep, whether it be within Preston itself or at other locations through on an international basis, is that UCLan does have an environment that is, although it's large, it's still very individualised. We know our students on an individual basis.